Okay, so today let's talk about the steps prior to construction. I want to put them in a sequence for you as perhaps more of a best practice, and then unpack when and where we bring in some of these things like the architect, the engineers, the builder, and then what happens when things don't go to plan and you have to switch and do things out of the sequence that's here. What are the risks there, and how do we take some of these action steps? So on the front screen here, really, I think this is the common path that you would go down if you're starting today all the way up to construction. At least on the real estate side of this journey, here would be the sequence of events. You start with your market research. You are determining what city you want to be in, what part of the city you want to be in potentially, making sure all the numbers make sense, your income, your expenses, and things like that as you're doing secret shopping. And then you push that forward into due diligence. You're talking to 1, 2, 3 cities. You're looking at different zoning types. You're talking to the fire marshal. You're getting to a place where you know that you can do this piece of property. If you find a piece of property, you know this one will work. The zoning will work. The utilities are there to be able to connect to. My fire marshal is good. You may not have all of the ducks in a row on the numbers yet, right? Your bids and all of that kind of stuff. But you know that you can do the deal. There's no deal killers there. So you've gone through and you've researched with the city and you're making offers on property. You've determined here's my property, right? This is the one that I know I can do. There's still the variables of the cost, right? So then you can initiate that architect and the engineers from that point. Once you've already have the land, once you know, hey, here is my piece of property, and I'm going to start going through the plans from the engineer to the multiple different types of engineers and the architect. And then from that place, then you or the builder or the architect will go and pull the permits, and you'll be able to go through that. Now you have all your full plans. You're going to submit to the city on the building side. You'll submit to the planning and zoning side potentially. You'll submit to the fire marshal and any other things that you have to do. As you're going through that, then you are interviewing the builders, you're getting bids, you're dialing in those numbers to go from loose kind of numbers with a builder to here is a hard line item by line item. I know all my subs, I have my hard number. Once you have that, then I think you really have your four things that you need, right? The last one is that appraisal. So then you go and you order that appraisal, right? So you have your plans, your permits, your builder's hard bid, and the fourth thing is an appraisal. So now you have those 4 things and you've been going back and forth with the bank. This brings you to the place where you can now get a firm loan commitment in, you can get loan docs in, and you're dialing in your capital situation if you're raising investor money or not. But you close the loan and then you start construction. I think that is the ideal steps going through this.